Hey everybody, welcome to the second week of TCO 341 online. I wanted to show you how to do your homework assignments this week, and just as a reminder, I'm going to just take you to Google. If you look behind me, you'll see that this is my backyard. You may hear some background noises, but I kind of wanted you to know what my life is like at home. So if you want to remember how to get to my website, you just simply go to Google and type in faculty.mercer.edu/Cadoni_S. That's one way to do it. You can also just type in Susan Cadoni, and if you do that, you will come to my home page here. Best way to do it is to go to my classes and click on TCO 341 Summer 14. You've seen this website already, so I'm going to go ahead and just quickly click on Weekly Guides, and then click on the guide for May 19th because that's where your homework is. What I'm going to concentrate on in this video is the Fact A-B purpose statement, which is part of the overall communication purpose statement. Before I do that, I want to show you what a communication purpose statement is, because this is really the foundation for all of the documentation that you'll do in our class. This is a memo, and it's the Carlisle-Windsor memo. This is an example of one done by a previous student. I want you to take a look at this paragraph. This paragraph is a perfect example of a communication purpose statement. It has a problem statement, a role statement, meaning who the person is who is writing the particular memo, and it also has a statement that clarifies the purpose of the document. So let me just kind of break this down for you. This sentence here is what we call a Fact A-B sentence. So let me just highlight that for you and label it. This is the Fact A-B. Whoops. Fact A-B is explained in the handout, which I'm going to show you in just a moment. It simply tells the reader, here are the facts of the story, here's the ideal situation, and then here's what the problem is. So that's the fact. A is the ideal situation, and B is the problem situation. So if you read this sentence, you'll see that it says the Carlisle-Windsor house was successfully restored by vintage restoration. However, and notice that transition there, however, the exterior paint is blistering and peeling. I want you to notice the second sentence. It is the role statement. Notice this part here. As a civil engineer, I will investigate the matter and have the issue properly fixed. The reader then knows who's writing the document. And finally, the third sentence is the purpose of the document. And this is the sentence that tells the reader exactly what the document is about. So those are the three parts that make up what we call a communication purpose statement. It's just a fancy way of starting off a document by clarifying the problem, telling the reader who you are, and then explaining the purpose of the document. So let me go back to our website. And if you click on this link here, Fact A-B Purpose Statements, it will take you to this handout. This is just for your reference. This will explain to you what a purpose statement is, and that it has three parts, and I've just explained them to you. The statement of the problem here. Then if you go down to the next page, it talks about the Fact A-B, your role, and it gives some examples of role statements, and then communication purpose. So basically, we're just writing an introduction to our document that has three specific parts to it. The Fact A-B, which is the problem statement, the statement of the role, and then the purpose of the document. And so you can spend some time and look through this document and just use it sort of as a reference for your homework. To actually do your homework, you need to click on the Fact A-B homework assignment. That will open in Google Docs. And you have 5 statements that are just essentially problem statements. And so here we're just practicing writing Fact A-B statements. And so let me just give you an example for number 1. This particular scenario is a student who wants to work part-time and is thinking about opening a home-based pet care service. But she has a tight schedule, like many of you do. But still she needs the extra income. So you can see the problem coming through this statement. Your job as a technical communicator is to figure out how to say this clearly and concisely in order to communicate this to the reader. And that's where the fact A-B statement comes into play. So if we were writing a fact A-B statement here, we might say something like, a student desires a part-time job, semicolon, because that indicates a transition. However, if I could type, however, again, that's another transition. She has a very tight schedule. Okay, that simply gives us the problem with the ideal situation, meaning she needs a job. The problem, she has a very tight schedule. Or we could do something like, a student desires a part-time job, semicolon, however, opening a pet care business might be hard because she has a tight schedule. Or you could do another variation of that. Let me just copy and paste another one. A student desires a part-time job and wants to open a pet care business. However, she has a tight schedule. You can see that any of those three would be correct. It's just another way of taking a problem situation and stating it in a very concise manner so that you have the situation and then a transition and then a statement of the problem. Again, this is part of an overall communication purpose statement. I'm going to record a separate video in which I explain how to collapse these three parts into a single purpose statement that would actually be like the introduction to a paragraph. My dog is currently trying to attack me. So let me go ahead and show you how to just rename this file so that you can put it in your own folder, because I know that's something you may have a question about. If you wanted to save this, what you would need to do is not rename it. There is no save in Google Docs, so you would want to make a copy and you would want to give it a name. So I might call it Cadoni Fact AB. You can click share it with the same people if you'd like. Click OK. When you do that, it's going to rename it. You're going to have to go back to your Google Drive and then find that document. In my case, it's going to be here, Cadoni Fact AB. Now this is a little bit annoying, but it's just part of working with Google Docs. You'll want to then click on that folder icon and then move it to TCO 341 Summer 2014. Find your last name and then put it in that file and then move that. That's how you work with a Google document and then make a copy and then put it in your correct folder. That's probably enough for right now. Just remember what we just did was really look at just the fact A-B statements, and that's the first part of the homework. What we'll do next in the next video is to go back and look at the purpose statement scenarios, and then I'll have a separate short video for the Carlisle-Windsor case study. But I think that's enough for now, so I'll be back with you in a few minutes.